So the mayor said the first thing, which is people that look like you in leadership inspire you to run, inspire you to participate. I'm one of the women that never thought I'd run for office. And for me, it was seeing young people. After Donald Trump was elected, I said, I have to do something. I'd worked outside the system on criminal justice reform, on healthcare access, on democracy. I thought I was going to continue, throwing stones and supporting the advocates from the outside. But then I ran into folks who were younger than me, who were mayor, who were state representative, state senator, and I decided to run. And the equivalent for me is a young, a Hispanic girl coming up to me, a young woman looking up and saying, hey, you can do that. And that's what you, Mayor, are doing for the black community. That's what Rodney Ellis is doing sitting there on Commissioner's Court. That's what Barack Obama did for so many people. So that's why it's important that we can continue to elect these folks. The county, we've been in office 6 months, and already we've held our first election with vote centers. That means that you can vote at any polling location in the county on election day. This goes back to the access, our ability to vote, because if we vote, we will elect people who advance our interests. We will elect people who represent our communities. But the problem is it's been set up to where it's hard to vote. So our county clerk, Diane Troutman, she's also extending the voting hours. We've supported it, and I was proud to sign that application with her on behalf of Harris County as the county judge, so that folks aren't trying to leave work and they get to the line and it's 7 o'clock and they're turned away. We've all seen that happen, and that is not right. That is a violation of our rights. So that folks don't show up to one location, wait in line, and at 6:59 are told you're at the wrong one, you gotta go to the other one. So that's not gonna happen anymore. And we had an election in May that had vote centers, and in a November election we'll have that in place, and we'll continue working in that direction. I'll tell you for our part also, when we're doing appointments at the county, we're looking at diversity. We had an appointment to make, and we've appointed the 3 most important appointments we've made. 3 women of color, of those, 1 black woman, incredible woman, Genesis Draper, who is now a judge. And so know that we are keeping that in mind as in the appointments that are up to us, but we're also making it easier for folks to elect people that will truly represent our interests.
And let me say, elections do matter, and who you vote for does matter. Don't think that it doesn't matter, okay? And let me say to you that as Mayor of the City of Houston, I can't do my job without having other folk, key people in key positions that are doing their jobs. And since the focus is on state of Black Houston, and I'm gonna direct my response to that, bearing in mind I work with a lot of people, I appoint a lot of folk, but I don't want you to think that I'm the only African American in a position of power. And Mayor, I want you to know who I've appointed. And so C.J. Messiah is the director of our General Service Department. Stephen Williams, these are African Americans that I'm naming. Stephen Williams is the head of the director of Public Health Department. Jane Cheeks is the director of the Human Resource Department. Ron Lewis, African American, is the city attorney that heads the entire city legal department. Dr. Lawson heads the entire Houston Public Library system. Judge Elaine Marshall is over all of the municipal courts, female African American. Takasha Francis, one of my law students from Thurgood Marshall, heads my Department of Neighborhoods. Kalisha Wright, when we talk about business opportunity, female, she's over the entire Office of Business of Opportunity. When it comes to Harry Hayes, he's the Director of Operations and over Solid Waste. Chris Butler is Director of Permitting. Marvelette Hunter is the Chief of Staff with me. Mary Benton is with Communications. Veronica Weatherford is the over Correspondence and Constituent Services. Shannon Buggs is over Complete Communities, all of these communities that are underserved and under-resourced. These are just some of the people, and they are African Americans. who are leading these departments in key positions.